Hi friends, it's Miss Birgit again. Welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about a red zone emotion, the emotion of feeling furious. That is something I think we all have experienced feeling. When we feel furious, we are so angry, so upset, that oftentimes we have a hard time asking for what we need. What would help make us feel comforted? What would help the situation be resolved? What would help us feel heard if we're feeling misunderstood? Feeling furious sometimes can get us into trouble as well because we may do or say things that we later regret. And sometimes we also may act in ways that are unsafe for us and unsafe for others. So learning how to handle those really big feelings of anger when we feel furious, being able to get out our feelings in a safe way where we can also let people know, what are we thinking, what are we feeling, and what do we need is so important. I hope you enjoy the book that I'm going to share with you today. I could relate to it a lot, even though I'm an adult, because it features someone, Ravi, who's feeling like he's not being heard. He's not being heard, and he's also getting more and more frustrated from a series of situations. And that's sometimes also what happens. There can be a situation that immediately makes us feel furious, but oftentimes what might happen is that it's a series of events that builds, and then one last thing happens and that just pushes everything over the top for us. So I'll see if you can relate to this story today and how Ravi feels, how he manages those feelings, and then what maybe he learns to do later. Okay, it's called Ravi's Roar. It's written and illustrated by Tom Percival. Enjoy. At the top it says, what happens when Ravi can't control his temper? Ravi was the youngest and the smallest in his family. Everyone was bigger than him. We have Kiran, Jaya, Anil, and then Ravi. Even Biscuits the dog. Most of the time, being the smallest was great. But sometimes, just sometimes, it wasn't. One day, Ravi and his family went on a picnic. There was a race to the train. Guess who came last? Ravi. Everyone else got a comfy seat, but Ravi had to squeeze in with Dad and Biscuits. Then Biscuits made a bad smell. When everyone got to the park, they played hide and seek. It was meant to be fun, but Ravi couldn't find anyone. At the playground, the monkey bars were too high. The gaps between the logs were too wide. And when Ravi wanted to go on the big slide, the man said, "Sorry, son, you're too small." Ravi got so mad that his face turned red, but then Dad said, "Come on, let's get ice cream." Everybody ran off. Guess who came last? Ravi. And then, when Ravi went to get his ice cream, there was none left. Well, that really did it. Ravi was furious. He growled, and a stripy tail popped out from the back of his shorts. Then he sprouted 2 furry ears, sharp pointy teeth, and stripy orange fur. Ravi had turned into a tiger. The tiger took a huge, deep breath. And then roared. Ravi's brother looked a bit nervous and handed the tiger his ice cream. When the tiger went to sit down, there were no open benches. So he roared, and everybody got out of the way. It was great being a tiger. The tiger did all the things that Ravi couldn't. He swung across the monkey bars. He leaped across the logs. He even slid down the big slide. Nobody dared to say no. So the tiger went wild. He roared and growled and did exactly what he wanted. But soon he found that nobody wanted to play with him. Suddenly, the tiger felt a little bit sad and nowhere near as angry. In fact, he couldn't quite remember what had made him so angry in the first place. "I'm sorry," said the tiger in a quiet voice. And when he said that, everything felt better. "That's okay," said Dad. "Good job for saying sorry." Then, without even realizing, Ravi became a boy once more. And that was the last time that Ravi ever turned into a tiger. Although every now and then, he did have a bit of a growl. And then the author left us with a note here that I'm going to read. He says, "Dear reader, this is a book about a boy who has a bad day and is angry about it. Everybody gets mad sometimes for a lot of different reasons, and that's okay. We all have lots of different feelings, and we use these feelings to help us understand the world. But it doesn't feel good to get too angry, and sometimes it causes us to not be nice to other people. So whenever you're mad, here are a few questions to ask yourself. What happened that is making me feel angry? Is it one thing or a few different things? Is there anything I can do about it? If not, is there anyone I need to talk to or I can talk to? Do I need to apologize to anyone I might have lashed out at?" No matter what you're feeling, remember that it always helps to talk about it. Be open, be honest, be you. Love, Tom Percival, the author of the book. I think that's pretty decent advice. Because, like Tom says, it's not that we don't feel furious sometimes. Feeling furious is not bad. It's just another emotion. It's sometimes then knowing, what do we do with that? How do we still let other people know what we're thinking, what we're feeling, and what we need? And how do we do it in a safe way? And sometimes we need help to be able to do that, and that's okay too. So I hope you enjoyed the book. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Until next time, bye!